Hey guys, Ryan Kearns here, and today I just want to talk about how Lyme is not Lyme is not Lyme. And if you've been following my stuff for any amount of time, you've probably seen me say this before, and what it means simply is just that Lyme disease is different for everybody. Lyme disease is such a different combination of factors that to me, it's almost sad that it's referred to as one name. Lyme disease. The variable factors between person to person includes which infections they actually have, how the immune system handles the infections, what geographic region they contracted the infections to begin with, and the way that the body handles the disease and stress. So all those things change Lyme disease from person to person, and they make it so that my Lyme disease is not your Lyme disease, is not my neighbor's Lyme disease. They're all different. Everybody is different with different Lyme disease. And the whole goal of this is to show you that, there is no one-size-fits-all approach to healing Lyme disease. And that's really important to understand when trying to heal yourself so that you don't just take what somebody else is doing, or you don't just take what I'm doing, or take what someone else is doing and just do it. You have to take a little bit from each person, learn as you go, build your own healing regimen based on your body and build on that. And a health coach can help you with things like that, and they can help you decide what's best for your body, because each case of Lyme disease is so different from one another that it's not fair to look at it and just label it a one-size-fits-all approach and say this is what works, because sometimes that won't work for that patient. There's always those cases with Lyme disease. They're so different person to person that it's almost impossible to just lay out a plan that works for every single person. It's different for everyone. But today we're going to talk about why Lyme is not Lyme is not Lyme, why it's different between different people. So the first reason is because there's multiple different infections involved with Lyme disease, including Babesia, Bartonella, Mycoplasma, Anaplasma, Ehrlichia. The list goes on. Rickettsia, it's a big list of different infections that occur when you contract the disease that is known as Lyme disease. To me, that's almost why it's a shame. It's a shame that people are calling it Lyme disease. It's all just grouped into one disease, even though there's multiple different infections involved. One can be more dominant than the other. Two of them can be more dominant than one of them. And, it really affects the way we treat the body in order to get rid of the Lyme disease if we're focusing on the right infection, right? So these multiple infections are one reason why Lyme is not Lyme is not Lyme, because something that's compromising your immune system might not be compromising mine. For instance, I might have Borrelia, Babesia, and Bartonella in my system, while you might have Borrelia, Ehrlichia, and Rickettsia, and it's always different. All these infections are mixed, and it's a cocktail of infectious disease that is Lyme disease. So it's really hard to just pinpoint one specific bacteria. And I know a lot of people online, and a lot of the things that you read and see people talk about Lyme disease, they'll talk only about Borrelia burgdorferi. But the truth is that that's not the only bacteria involved. There's so many other infectious pathogens in the body when you get Lyme disease. And most of the symptoms are similar enough that you would be diagnosed with Lyme disease even though your dominant factors are symptoms of Babesia, Bartonella. They're all kind of similar. So it's really hard to tell which infection you're dealing with. But if you can, it will increase your possibility of healing Lyme disease faster, because you'll know exactly which infection to treat first. Then once you get that out of the way, new symptoms might arise, they might not. And then you can treat those symptoms as if you're treating that infection. And, slowly but surely you wipe off all the infections that occur from Lyme disease. The second reason why Lyme is not Lyme is not Lyme is because the biggest part of this disease is the immune system's reaction to the disease. 9 out of 10 Lyme disease specialist doctors will tell you that it's not so much about the microbes or the pathogens creating Lyme disease as it is the immune system reacting to those pathogens. Going to the area where the pathogens are located to fight it off, and just overreacting and not making any ground in fighting them off causes inflammation, pain, swelling. It causes terrible symptoms that most of those symptoms are thought of as Lyme disease symptoms don't actually come from the pathogens. They come from the immune system trying to attack the pathogens. And what we can do to help that is come in with things that will help the immune system, like antibiotics or the antimicrobial herbs that I've used, and all different types of herbal remedies that can be used in order to come in and help the immune system fight off what it's already fighting off. It's kind of like reinforcements when you go to war. So if one country was at war with another and they were losing, they were trying and not getting anywhere, and trying and not getting anywhere, but then the reinforcements came in, maybe the airstrike came in and dropped bombs. That would be like the herbs come in, drop bombs on the opposing enemy, and that will help the immune system clear out the infectious disease. So it's really up to us to help the immune system fight what it's already fighting. And that's just another reason that Lyme is not Lyme, is because your immune system's different based on what you eat, what you do, your lifestyle, your stress that's in your life, your emotional stress, your pain, your exactly what's going on in your life changes your immune system, as well as regular physiological things like how often you exercise and how often you move and how positive you are in your thinking and your mindset. That all changes your physiological response, which changes your immune system, which changes Lyme disease for you, because the bacteria in our body will do whatever they can to survive and thrive within the body. And that means they have to adapt to your immune system, just like they had to adapt to my immune system. But our immune systems will be different based on what we do. So that's another reason why Lyme is not Lyme. The third reason is that is just geographic region, right? The Lyme disease that's in Northeast Pennsylvania, where I am right now, is not the same as the Lyme disease that's in Georgia. They're very different. There's a southern Lyme disease that's been more prevalent in the south. There's a different one in Northeast Pennsylvania. There's a different one on the west coast in Oregon. They're all very different, and it can be found everywhere because Lyme disease is carried by 300 different species, right? It's first of all, we know it's multiple infections, right? And those multiple infections can be carried by 300 different species, including mosquitoes, birds, lizards, ticks, of course, and the list goes on. But the point is that birds carry it, so it migrates around the world. Lyme disease is everywhere. The infections are everywhere. So you can't really run from it. But it is different in different places, probably because of evolutionary reasons. When the bacteria goes down to the south, they have to change their body composition in order to deal with a different climate. Then when they're up north, they have a different body composition to deal with that climate. Now, obviously, there can be similarities between the Lyme disease symptoms, but for the most part, it's different in different areas of the world. So geographic region is another reason why Lyme is not Lyme. And the fourth and final reason that Lyme is not Lyme, which I love just saying that, it's pretty funny, Lyme is not Lyme, is just the basic idea of that, the fact that we each handle stress and we handle the disease that we have differently, right? Well, I got contracted with the disease. My first response was, all right, I'll do whatever I have to do to get rid of it. Give me the tools that I need. I will research until I die. I will find out the answers that I need. I will cure my Lyme disease myself. I will not use antibiotics, and I'll heal myself using natural methods. For other people, it's, okay, doc, what can I do? Please give me the antibiotics. Please tell me what else to do. Please help me. And then they have negative thoughts that are saying, like, I can't do this. What if it ruins me? What if it takes my life? Now, obviously, those thoughts are normal. It's part of survival techniques to think negative thoughts so that we can save ourselves. In evolution, we would think negative thoughts so that we could get away from the tiger that was about to kill us, or, run away from danger. But we think negative thoughts now, oftentimes sabotaging ourselves in, our healing journey or in our journey to success in life. Now, it's important to realize that and see that since you handle stress different than I handle stress, Lyme disease is not Lyme disease, So So one person could be extremely positive, extremely grounded in the fact that they're gonna do what it takes to get rid of Lyme disease. They're gonna get rid of Lyme disease and they're gonna thrive through this. And while another person might think like, oh, woe is me, I have the worst life. They complain about their symptoms. They complain and they wait for themselves to get better, but they don't ever take any real action in changing their diet and changing their herbs and changing their nutrition in order to get better. In which case, that's them handling stress in a different way. So when we handle stress in different ways, Lyme disease will be different within us because stress changes and fluctuates the immune system up and down. So it's that part's more about the mindset than anything else. And I honestly believe that mindset practices and psychology should be involved in everybody's healing journey. It's an important part to healing the body, coming to peace with the body, and loving your body into healing instead of hating it into healing. And I'll get more into that in some other sessions, but today I just wanted to touch on why Lyme is not Lyme and help you guys understand that different between different people. With that being said, please don't compare yourself to other people's journeys. Don't say, oh, he got better in a month, I should be able to get better in a month. No. Lyme disease is different in everyone. Like I've said thousands and thousands of times, Lyme disease is different between you, between me, between my neighbor. It's different in everyone, which means the healing journey is specific to that person. So don't compare yourself to others. Your healing journey is yours. Own it and get through this. I know you can do it. Like always, my door is always open. I'm here to help people. That's where my passion lies, in helping people. I love people. I love helping people that are in distress with chronic illness. I love people that need help with other areas of stress in their life. So please just reach out to me. I'd love to help you. I'd love to hear your problems and discuss how to get through this together, because I know what it's like. I've been there. All right? All right, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey guys, it's Ryan Kearns. Thanks for watching that video, and I hope you pulled something from it and got value from it. I just wanted to let you know that I recently wrote an ebook that details my story of my battle with Lyme disease and how I healed myself with diet, herbs, and healthy conscious living. It's called Lyme Wars: How I Counterattacked Lyme with Nutrition, Herbs, and Healthy Conscious Living. If you're interested, it's actually completely free for the time being, and you can click on the link below or go to lifenutrition.com to get your free copy. If you like what you saw in this video, push subscribe below, and thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.